Hey there, today I'm going to be showing you nade spots for DE Nuke, including 23 smokes, 12 flashes, 6 Molotovs and 3 grenades. I hope you enjoy the video. So let's start with the smokes. From CT spawn you can smoke T spawn by coming to this corner, looking at this corner here where the ground intersects the hut, jumping and throwing the smoke. The smoke will land over here between the blue container and the fence. From CT spawn, you can smoke the pipes at silo at T spawn by looking just at this line, then up to the top of this platform, jumping and throwing the smoke. The smoke will bounce off mini silo, land on the pipes, and make it a little harder for the T's to get up there quickly. From CT spawn, you can easily smoke the T side boxes at mid by putting your back to this fence, looking just where you can see main, running forwards, jumping and throwing the smoke. The smoke will bounce over here off the fence, blocking off the boxes on T side, and it means you can get over to secret without being seen. A smoke you usually want to do if you're playing CT ramp is to come here and throw the smoke just at the corner of this wall. This will bounce through here and stop any T rushes. A super easy way as a T to smoke ramp is to come into this corner, aim at the top of this door, run forward slightly and throw. The smoke will bounce just here, meaning you can come out and check this corner here without being seen from CT, and then you can push around as you want. An alternate way to throw this smoke is to come right into this corner and look at the top right of this door, run forwards and throw. This smoke will land further away, further down this ramp here, meaning that you can see the edge of this box and also to CT here. When going from ramp to B, you can smoke off one of the other vents, so you only have to worry about one, without being seen, by just positioning yourself right at the edge of the wall, looking just at the far wall on either side, and running forward slightly and throwing. You can't be seen from the right vent on this side, or the left vent on this side. Also, from the same similar spot, you can smoke the site by just looking at the bottom of this pipe, running forwards and throwing. The smoke will bounce off the pipe, or off the wall, and bounce down into the site, letting you get a smoke plant. A really easy way to smoke off both vents is to line yourself up with this corner here. Aim just so this black thing is visible past this wall, and then aim in line with the top of it to the corner of this wall. Hold shift to walk, run forward slightly and throw. The smoke will bounce just here, blocking off both vents, and allowing you to push around to window, or you can drop down and get the shot on them there. There's a really easy way to smoke main from lobby, that's to come to this corner. Make sure this door has been blown off already. You can do this with a nade by just aiming at this line above the door and then throw the smoke in the same place. This will go straight into main and smoke it off. A really simple way to perform a vent rush is to come here with a nade, look between these two lines, and then run towards these stairs, throw a nade, throw a smoke, and then throw a flash, all in the same place. This will blow up the squeaky door, smoke off the vent, and flash anyone nearby, allowing you to push out, go straight into vent. None of the CTs will be able to see anything. There's a really easy way to smoke A site heaven from the top of T roof. That's to line yourself up with this chimney, walk back until your crosshairs on this part of the line here. Then aim at the first line to the left of this corner, so this one here, and then up where this line meets the top of this grey thing. And then you can just throw the smoke. The smoke will crash through the window and land in heaven, smoking it off. Shock showed us a way of smoking A heaven without going onto a T roof. That's to line yourself up with the second line on this wall, aim in the middle of these wires here, then run forwards, leaving your crosshair where it is. Put your back against the van. When you hit the front of the van, start walking forwards, and when you hear metal footsteps, throw the smoke. The smoke will fly through the skylight here and land on heaven. This smoke needs to be pixel perfect for it to work, and it will smoke off the end of catwalk at mid. Basically, line yourself up with this chimney, then look at the fourth line to the right of this chimney here, then put your crosshair on the top. Now I know my crosshair needs to be 4 pixels higher in order for this to work, so you'll have to do some experimentation. Once you get it right, just throw the smoke and it'll land here, roll off the edge and smoke off cat. So the two classic outside smokes can be done like this. Jump up here into this corner, aim just on the edge of mini silo and up to the top of those lights there, and throw that smoke. And the second one, you just need to line the wall behind here up with the right side, of this metal bar. Then look at this line and up, across to just below these lights about here and throw this smoke. The first one will land over here, and there'll be a little gap you'll need to jump over, and the second one will land here, completely blocking off this side. So you just have to run over, jump past the smoke and in. You can smoke main from T out by putting it back against this fence, lining up the middle of this box here with the box behind it, the middle of that box. Then look at the middle of this bigger one and up to the second cable and run forwards and throw. The smoke will bounce off the left side of garage and into main. You can easily smoke garage from T-spawn by coming up to this beam, so it's the one to the right of the double, aiming the left side of that barrel up with the right side of this pole, then looking at this middle line here and up to the top and then a little bit higher. Then just throw the smoke. The smoke will fly forwards, bounce off the top of main and down into garage. If you know a guy likes to play secret, you can smoke it off by coming to the top right corner of this blue box. Then look to the top right corner of this box here, and then right up to the top of the silo. Then just throw the smoke and it will land in secret here. You can smoke off heaven from T-roof by lining yourself up the right side of this chimney here, then pulling out a smoke and aiming it just at the top middle of this grey bit, about 1 or 2 pixels above it, and throwing the smoke. It'll bounce off this wall and stay on top of heaven. So as a bonus on Nuke, there's a smoke bug with these fences, where the right side of this fence can be visible through the smoke, but obviously if there's a terrorist there, it doesn't count as rendering the fence, so it'll render smoke on those areas, so you can see the outline of the terrorist through the smoke. But the guys can't see back through the smoke, so it's pretty much a one-way trick. And you can do the same on this piece here. As you stick the guy down. So if you land a smoke around here and anyone tries to push out, you can see the fence here. I stuck the bot in the wrong place. But you can see the fence behind it. So if I put him in the right place now, there, you can see the guy because the fence shows up and then he shows too. Let's move on to the flashes. So the first flash is from T-roof, and you can flash into A site through the left skylight by coming on top of this chimney, aiming at the top right of this building, and then one line across and in between to the left of it, then aim at the top of the building here and through the skylight. Now this, you can wing this one quite easily just by jumping and looking where the skylight is. The same can be done with the right skylight by coming onto the same chimney, then looking up to the right chimney here, down to the line underneath it, and 2 across, so 1, 2, and then look in between the first one and the second one, and then up to the middle of this part of the roof here. You can jump and see that you're aiming at the right place, then just throw the flash and it will go through the skylight and into the site. Another easy way of doing it is to jump onto the second chimney instead. Look up at this, right in the middle of this little pipe, and throw the flash. It'll bounce off it and down into the skylight here. This one gets a little bit deeper. An easy flash to land into the A site from lobby is to come into this corner, look just to the right of the middle of this wall, run and throw the flash. You can come out with this one as you won't be blinded by it. An alternative to this that takes slightly longer to line up but doesn't let you get seen through this window here is to aim so this brick lines up with this wall here, and you're back to the wall behind you, then aim slightly to the right of this brick, run forward slightly and throw. An easy pop flash into A from main is to come into this corner, aim halfway up between the top of this door frame and the top of the blue pole, then throw the flash. It'll bounce twice and pop flash just here. They'll only see it as it lands. From hell, you can flash up into heaven by coming just up to near the top of this ladder, aiming at the middle of this part of the wall and throwing. From A, you can flash down into B by looking at the middle of this third panel and throwing the flash. It'll bounce off the wall, break through the vent, and flash everyone in the site. From lobby, you can pop flash ramp by coming into the middle of this doorway, looking at the middle of the next doorway, and throwing the flash. This will pop flash everyone in ramp except for the deepest of players round to the left. A nice one-way flash from ramp to B is to aim yourself so you can just see this gap here, and then down onto the floor. throw the flash there and come out with it. It'll pop just around this corner, so you won't get blinded, but anyone playing vents will. Now the nades and molotovs. This nade is the same as the flash on the other side, so these nades can be thrown on either side and can be done with a nade, a molotov, or anything that you want. Sometimes you'll get a guy playing main, so you can nade him for a lot of damage by just lining this nade up and throwing it here. You can also bounce a nade to anyone playing close to blue by lining it up and just throwing it in the middle, and it'll bounce through here. With a little bit of practice, you can land a nade at either of the vent entrances, like this, and this works with a nade or a molotov, a flash, a smoke, whatever you want. And the bonus of this one is that if there's anyone actually in the vent, it'll hit them and you'll hear it. If you're down in B and you hear someone planting or defusing, you can molotov the A site from pretty much anywhere within B just by getting the molotov right. And you can smash it on this beam and it will blow up into A site like that. And you can do this from pretty much anywhere in the site. Like, you just need to learn the angles that the nade's going to throw and stuff. If you're not able to sort of work it out for your own, or you want some definite ones, I've got 3 now. So the first is from Toxic. You can come up to just that beam, holding cat up, walk up to these wires, then look from the right of this light upwards, so you're about in the just to the right of the corner of this tile, and throw. The second one will be up on cat here. So this will be if you're coming out near ramp. You can line yourself up with that wire, look at the very top of that light and across till you touch the beam there and throw. And the last one is if you're playing around window, you can come out here, look straight at this beam, and then at the top of this light and across to this beam here and throw. And all of these will definitely blow up at the top. So thanks for watching, guys. You can check out my cache video or my mirage video below. Subscribe if you want to see more coming out, and leave a comment if you find any more nades for us. Cheers, guys.